morning, Bulldogs, and thank you for joining us today. Today is Tuesday, October 14th. I'm Abby Brill.
And I'm Emma McNaughton. And you are watching Bulldog News live from Semmes Middle.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated.
Next up, let's take a look at our weather forecast for the day. Abby, how's the weather looking?
Today we can expect sunny skies with a high of 85 degrees and a low of 57 degrees. Emma, what's on the menu for lunch today?
For lunch today, we will be having chicken Alfredo with a salad and fresh fruit.
That sounds great.
Let's take a look at what's happening this week around the school and our office news.
Students, Friday, October 24th, yearbook picture day. You will need to wear your school uniform that day.
NJHS students, you have a meeting in the library after the announcements this Friday, October 17th.
Students, there will be no tutoring this week. Please let your parents know.
Teachers and students, the book fair started yesterday. Students can be sent 2nd through 7th period to shop. Today will be 7th grade, tomorrow will be 8th grade, and Thursday and Friday for all grades.
Students, Kona Ice will be back Tuesday during your PE period.
Teachers and students, Parenting Day is Monday the 20th. Parents will be able to come up to the school and get last year's ACAP scores, report cards, and sign up for conferences with teachers.
Students, Red Ribbon Week will be October 27th through the 31st. On Monday, show your pledge to stay away from drugs by wearing a red shirt. On Tuesday, team up to be drug-free. Wear your favorite jersey or team shirt. On Wednesday, sock it to drugs. Wear red or crazy socks. On Thursday, pink it out during Red Ribbon Week. Wear pink shirts and pink accessories. On Friday, wear a fall school-appropriate shirt.
Students, there will be teacher versus student volleyball game this Friday. Tickets will go on sale today during lunch waves.
Students, please remember the following things. Your phone must be locked in your underwear pouch before entering the building. No eating or drinking in the hallways, and no energy drinks at school. Now let's switch gears and check out what's going on with our SMS sports. Get us up to date with sports.
The cross-country team ran this past Saturday at Faith Academy. In the girls' 5K, Corley New placed 12th. Braylon Harvey placed 23rd, and Caitlin Coggin placed 49th. In the boys' 5K, Quentin Nix placed 12th overall. Great job to all runners.
Boys, baseball tryouts will be November 17th for 7th grade and November 18th for 8th grade. The first cuts will be made November 19th, November 20th, and 21st will be the callbacks for 7th and 8th graders who made the first cut. All Dragonfly information needs to be completed along with your $5 fee to Coach Herring. Tryouts are closed to the public.
Students, we are now collecting $5 baseball tryout fees. 7th graders can turn their money into Miss Bryant in room 708, and 8th graders should give theirs to Mr. Jordan in room 810. The deadline to pay the fee is Wednesday, November 12th.
That's all we have in the news for today. Students, make sure to wear your proper uniform daily and clip your back to your shirt at all times.
Remember, our motto is seeking excellence in everything we do. Have a terrific Tuesday, students, faculty, and staff.